Good morning, everybody. It's a really brisk Friday morning, and I'm headed down to Willow Street PA to venture through the woods on Shiprock Woods Trail. It's a short trail, but it's getting colder out, so I'm probably going to be limiting most of my hikes to the shorter ones that I can get through. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful day, though. I mean, no rain or anything like that, so let's go see what happens. So I just got here, and one first thing I want to say is it's pretty difficult to see the pull-in. When you're coming down on Shiprock Road, you're going to be turning right into the parking area, and the parking area is just grass. It looks like somebody's lawn, and the sign is so far back that you can't see it from the road. I had to pass it twice and then realized I had to pull into this grassy area. And on either side of it, there's trees and bushes, so you can't see the sign. So just, I had to turn around and come back, and I backed into this grassy area where the trail obviously starts. So this is what the start of the trail looks like. And this is where you park. As you can see, it looks like somebody's lawn. And on both sides, there are bushes marking or masking the entrance. So you pull in, and it's actually between two residences. So it really does look like somebody else's lawn. But this is it. We are here, part of the Lancaster Conservancy at Shiprock Woods Nature Preserve. I was already warned that parts of this would be uphill. They said they're short climbs, so right away though I see there's a split here, and I think that's part of the loop. So I'm going to go off to the right. Okay, the trail is really covered with leaves, but I do see that there are markers on the trees, and they're blue. There's one up that way, and there's one right up here. And to try to go to do this loop, I'm going to try to go to the right and up and around. So you can see the blue marker right there. I don't know what this is here, but it's pretty cool. I just noticed it. Some kind of vine, possibly poison ivy, has caught all the leaves. And they look like I don't know, like a nest or something that's wound around a tree. Interesting. Looking closer at it, it appears that in different areas on this tree, little branches are coming out of it. And it's just interesting to me how it makes it look like it's been wrapped in some kind of a natural garland. So first you go up, and then we're going down a little bit. Because of the trail being covered with leaves, I suggest getting a walking stick. I got out my trekking pole just because this morning it is quite cold, and it's also a little damp, so the leaves are wet in this woods as well. Brr. I brought my down jacket. I was just hoping to warm up. We'll see. So I got to the bottom. Sorry about the sun here. It's just all in between the trees, and I can't keep my head off my face. And the bottom is flat, but I'm still seeing the blue, yikes, the blue markers on the tree. I'll do a 360 here to show you what I'm seeing so far. Somebody made a little bench to sit on here. It's kind of cute. The trail keeps going that way. Looks like it's going to go back up. Before I continue up that trail, the map on All Trails has a green trail that follows this, I guess it's a creek, but if you take a look here, you can't, there's no way to get to it unless you go through a bunch of brush. And when you get down to it, it just kind of goes down to here, and it's a sharp drop off. I don't know if you can tell, to go down over the bank to follow this creek bed. So I guess I'm not going to follow that trail. There's a little dotted trail beside that, and I guess I'm just going to stay on that. Would be nice to walk alongside the creek, but it is just such a steep drop off kind of thing, and then it looks like you're going to be walking in a wet, muddy riverbed at this point, at this time of the year. And I don't feel like doing that today. So we're gonna go back to the regular trail up here. About 0.38 miles in, we come across probably the only landmark on this trail. It's an old furnace, obviously. It's cute, nothing spectacular about it, but it's definitely a landmark of sorts. So wanted to put this in here. At this point, which is right up from the furnace, we're about as close as we're going to get to the creek bed. There's a big log going across it, and you can see up through there how the creek comes down. It's still a very sharp drop into the creek if that's which way you were following. So maybe people just like to do this creek when the water's warmer and kind of keep their feet wet the whole time. I don't know. About 5.8 miles, you come to a split. You can go back around the loop, or you can go down these steps and back up. And there's a little bit of a straight path that goes out and back. I'm not sure what's there, but I do see someone coming down from that path. So I'm going to check it out. This way is quite steep and leaf covered. So I'm going to make my way up slowly. I really don't see anything else on this particular part of the path except this huge tree. I mean, it is really big. The camera doesn't always pick up, rarely picks up how big things are, but I'm going to put my trekking pole here so you have an idea how big this tree is. That's how big the tree is, thick. And it just goes up, big old bump right there. You can hear lots of birds out here. And now it's going back down again. So let's go. Okay, so you'll come out to a part of the straight line on the trail that turns sharply to the right, but the trail also says that this is private. However, I do still see some blue markers up there on the trees, but it just goes out to the road, so I'm going to turn around and head back up and then go down the opposite side of the loop. Okay, I'm going back the other side now. It's going straight downhill. This is the side of the path that I could see another person coming down when I sort of passed them, although we were a distance away. They were walking their dog. So it is dog friendly, apparently, but it is still covered with leaves, and I'm glad that I have my trekking pole just in case. So far I haven't fallen. That's a good thing. So we're 1.16 miles in. We come back to the set of stairs, but instead of going to the left, we're going to go to the right to go on the other side of that part of the loop. So the last part of that loop is pretty good. It's real easy. It's a little bit downhill, very slight grade mostly. And after that first part, and then it levels out and goes back down a little bit and levels out. I only have about 0.4 miles left to go right down over the hill as my car. I didn't get to see this little bridge that I saw in the photographs, and it might have been at the end of that road, the path that went out to the road. So I'm going to drive up that way and see if I can see it on my way back. I don't know. So it was somewhere. I had lots of pictures of it. Okay, so I drove down the road to the other side of the trail, and amazingly enough, there's an actual parking lot here and has signs and everything. So I'm gonna head over. I can even see this cool little bridge from here. So I'm gonna head over and get some video of that. And just know that sometimes All Trails, I connect with Apple Maps from All Trails, and it can take you to a strange part of the trail. The part that I started out at, I would not recommend you start there because there really is very little parking, and like I showed you, it's like a lawn and you might miss it. But let me show you this parking lot. So this one you come out to if you're coming down Otsu, O-T-S-U Road, and you would turn, they have me turn to the left. If you just turn to the right and go down Shiprock Road that way, this entrance will be to your left. So, you know, it's a better parking lot, as you can see. And I can already see, almost right from the parking lot really, this cool little bridge that I was so hoping to run into, which if I had kept going down the straightaway, I would have ran into. But why not park here if you just want to see the bridge? The furnace though is on the other side, so that little furnace. See, isn't this cute? Just goes over a little tiny brook, but you can walk on it. Looks like they built the end of it back in here. It's just really, I don't know, I just like it. It's a cool bridge. The waterway it crosses and goes out that way. Okay, so that was a nice little trail. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it for seeing, you know, great points of interest or anything like that. But if you live nearby, it's a good trail to, you know, just walk your dog or, you know, just to get out and get a bit of fresh air. But I did wish I had known about this parking lot before the other one. So anyway, I'm about ready to head home, and I hope you're all enjoying your weekend. Namaste.